All right, Peyton. Oh, we're going to have to bundle up those kiddos.
I know all of the costumes out there do not have maybe the turtleneck, fixed underneath it yet, but the gloves are going to come out. All the winter accessories are going to be needed as we go closer to our very own Halloween, which is likely to be the coldest since 2017. So that means I've got a good old preview for you. So maybe you're trying to gear things up, still decorate the patio. You can do just that too. But just know you're going to need the layers. We will actually have some sunshine around, I think, during the first half of your Tuesday. But the idea of a little rain and snow is a possibility as we go through the second half of your Halloween, which of course is Tuesday. So we've got some time to get there. But high temperatures are going to be unseasonably cool by over 10 degrees. We're only going to be in the mid 40s for your Halloween. But how do we get there? That's the big question I think a lot of you are starting to ask as I talk about the idea of our first flakes of the season. Well, we start with rain, just like we did last night. Spotty inactivity and coverage from Erie to Huron and Lorain County. And more of the light variety in southern Richland and Ashland County now working its way into Wayne and even parts of Stark County right now through most of our southern communities at this hour. As we go through the next several, though, the rain coverage is going to pick up and it's going to overspread all of northeast Ohio. But our temperatures basically ride the line. We're going to stay close to 50 degrees tonight. A lot of you dropping back into the upper 40s, but we're actually going to stay pretty mild overnight, relatively speaking, because of the cloud cover and because of the wet weather that's moving on through. This front has to budge to allow something else to move on in, and it starts to move come tomorrow. So we've got rain around at times. I think very early tomorrow morning would be the steadiest of rainfall. But our high temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the upper 40s, some of you closer to 50 degrees if we work in a little extra sunshine. But by Tuesday, this is the weather maker a lot of you are looking at to produce maybe those first few flakes of the season. But it's going to be a very cold morning on Tuesday. We're likely to have a hard freeze across the area. And then Wednesday, we will have rain and we will have some snowflakes that want to linger. Totals, if any, are still TBD. I want you to remember that the ground is still very warm, so we're working with that. The grassy surfaces in higher elevations, of course, would favor maybe a little general dusting, but we will fine tune it as we get closer. So closer view forecast for you overnight. That's when we have the steadiest and most consistent wet weather tomorrow morning. A lot for a little extra time as the roadways are likely to be damp for you to start the work week. But as we go through the day, the clouds are going to stay with us and a spotty shower or two can't be ruled out. The chilliest of moments, though, is overnight Monday into Tuesday. That's when that hard freeze is a possibility, and I'll show you that in just a second. But a lot of you will wake up to temperatures in the mid to upper 20s, so it's going to be another harsh reality to already the reality check that was settling in as we've gone through the weekend. Here comes that cold front zooming in with that next system. The idea of a snowflake and obviously some raindrops is going to be very likely after trick-or-treating wraps on up, but then it lingers into your Wednesday morning. So I think a lot of you are going to be tuning into the forecast in the days to come. But tomorrow, the biggest worry you have is getting out the door and allotting for a little extra time as temperatures are going to be right around 50 degrees, but we will have the rain around at times. Temperatures are likely going to fall throughout the day. And again, we can't forget about the freeze watch. That's area wide. And then that's Monday into Tuesday. So the end of growing season is marked. Union Home Mortgage extended forecast. Coolest day of them all is going to be Wednesday, low 40s for us. We're much warmer as we go through next weekend, but of course it's the weekend, so northeast Ohio, we've got rain chances too.